here. We're going to be going into Snakewater G7, baby. And this is basically... the dream is over for MIPC. They haven't managed to get the 2 points they need to bring it up to a draw right now. They will not be getting that gold medal. That is firmly in the hands of LEGO right now. But now the battle for MIPC is that they don't lose badly enough to allow Phoenix in with a shot of stealing second place from them, because as it stands in the current ETF2L rules, the team that finishes second in Division 1 gets to play off against the team that finishes 7th in the Premiership, so that's another opportunity to get in. And it looks like we're going to go live here, Beasly, and we're going to a first middle. I'm watching the Exar perspective as he spams stickies towards Dr. Phil, but he's not really hitting much now. He's going to switch his attention up to the scout, onto the shack there. Hits 2 stickies onto that scout. That's Zen tagged to 70, and you would be expected MIPC to try and focus him down. But both teams quite sheepishly moving forward. There is that frag coming in. Zen, the man who had the stickies, will go down. And just off that demo man play there from Exar, his team were able to sort of get things rolling and move forward, show some strength on middle. Beasly, are you with us? I know you're having a little bit of a problem there.
I am. I was having a little bit of a problem. See, I was getting a phone call. I've been getting weird phone calls but we're not going to talk about that right now because Zar has just been dropped by Edwin, who does not actually have Uber and goes down at 99%. Absolutely brilliant hold play from LEGO. Coming in and taking out everybody before that Uber comes in, literally microseconds away. But now we see Natural fighting that scout Himsy. Oh man, that was something else, wasn't it?
Are you seeing these stats? And like, this is a plugin clearly that F2 has written, but it's actually putting stats into STV for us, and it says that Blues Medic died with 99% Uber. She was so close to getting that, but
I just noticed that.
F2 is like a coding mastermind as well as a TF2 mastermind, and he's been doing a lot of stuff with stats recently. He's actually improved the subliminal stats plugin to actually count overheals and things like that, and he's released it recently on ETF2L forums. Check that out. But anyway, there's a game going on right now, and F2 is in the lead here as well, with a Uber advantage building up, almost 20% in the lead here. And they've just taken control of CP4 now. It's up to them to push last. They need to be going now if they want to push on the button. They're already in, but it looks like E2 might get it just in time. Dr. Phil's doing his best, but the flash comes in too late for F2, and that heavy weapons guy I've turned to is just going to mow him down. Dr. Phil's down, F2's down, and this push is all but over. It's going to take a miracle here for LEGO to get anything out of this. And the remaining players, Zen, Krizzle and Hellberg, are all going to back off. I'm checking out for any potential backcaps. Hellberg thinks he's gonna make the play drop, goes for the kill instead, and that was probably the wise move because there was a scout coming in there as well. He must be wall hacking for sure, bro. Gets the frag on Hawks, but gets avenged by Himsy, and with Hawks down, the pocket, probably the collar for MIPC. I'm just guessing that they're gonna stop the push out here.
Yeah, see, you can actually push out of this map now, which is great because it's the G7 version, and they removed that drop down area. So there's, you know, another angle to push out from and to clear, and it's harder to get back caps in, you know. But Zar actually had some crazy stickies right after that Uber from F2. He tried to run back through that shutter door, and as the Uber faded, Zar's 2 stickies landed at his feet, and there was absolutely nowhere he can go. Didn't even see him coming. But nice play by Zar to hold on to that point, and everybody else, that heavy really did a lot of work there. But now we're going to see a stalemate as both teams have Uber. There is a sniper, Hellberg, yeah, for LEGO.
This is a horrific spot. You get a body shot off here. You can snipe straight through there and catch the medic in the leg. And Tui is really dancing with death here. If she finds that tiny sliver that Hellberg is aiming at, I've died to that one on more than one occasion.
I think I have too.
It's so easy to forget. It's like just this pixel shot right now, though. Hellberg's going to pick up here.
As soon as it happened.
Ooh, just misses the shot onto the shoulder. Misses another one onto the heavy. Not hitting anything right here, Hellberg. After we hyped you up so much. This guy's genuine auto aim, I swear. He's legit. Whoops, another shot. Yes! Headshot. Hello, Himsy died.
Oh, let's just keep talking dirty about him and he'll start hitting all the shots.
He's peeking, he's looking at the beam. He's looking at the beam. Uber comes in though as he pops his shot off. And it's going to be an Uber trade in here. Himsy's about to respawn in 5 seconds, but Karhunen goes down as well, and if LEGO sort of regroup, get heals, they might be able to continue to push this, but the heavy weapons guy, Tontu, is sucking up so much damage and putting it out as well. But slowly, and gonna say surely, it looks like LEGO are going to push forward here and get it. Zen with a 2k on the point, going to take out E2 and Himsy. and get a first round on the board here on Snakewater G7, and still MIPC yet to get a round over both maps. Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking is right, but we saw a hell of a mid out of MIPC last time, and hopefully they're going to be able to do a hell of a mid again. But that hold on second from Lego really shut him down and won them that round. As we're going to watch Czar coming in here. He's trying to hit the combo as they come out of that right side door for the red side's perspective. But he's not able to do it as No Stakey's connected him. But he gets nice damage onto the demo. The rest of his team comes in, cleans up Frizzle and Helber. But Dr. Phil and Zen are still over there with their heal, and they want to do whatever they can as Zen goes down. F2 is running, but he's not able to get away. He was at 21 HP, and MIPC with another pretty demanding midfight victory. And now we're going to see them move in through the under area, the grass area, whatever you want to call them, the place with a bunch of rocks where you can put sticky traps in and blow people up. But nope, they're not going to find anybody on two. They're just going to cap this point. And I think I hear a sentry going up. Yes, I do, as Crizzle moves his way to engineer and puts that sentry gun kind of right underneath that little bridge where Enigma liked to sit and play heavy at I-46. That's the one thing I remember from that whole tournament. That's a good sentry spot.
Oh, then comes the Uber here. A2 pops onto Exar. Sentry goes down almost immediately. Crizzle will be able to change class here. Back to Soldier. There comes a shotgun frag from Hogs onto Zen, the heavy weapons guy. And MIPC have managed to earn themselves a one-man advantage, although Karhanen goes down to equalise things. Hemsey is positioned near the point, but he's quite weak. The heals are not on the right-hand side. Hawks has all the heals. He needs to start using these heals before his teammates get picked off, and he sort of left it too late there. He hesitated, procrastinated, and his team paid the price. Hemsey's in the spawn queue now, cursing his name. What are you doing, Hawks? Make something happen, goddammit. But he decides to play it smart, backs out, and they're actually at an Uber disadvantage here. F2 has just gotten charged, and they're going to push out from underneath it. Oh, managed to catch out Karhan in there, and a lot of weak players here on the MIPC side. The Uber is just about to fade here for F2, having been forced out there. H2 is only on 90%, but she looks relatively safe. There's a scout coming in. No, no, she's fine. She's fine. Calm down, Maisie.
Oh my goodness, Himsy comes in and knocks out Dr. Phil. But the Needles from F2 take out Ton2. And Himsy goes down to some nice shots from Zen. That was a sick play. Dr. Phil really held on there for quite a while, but nothing he can do. As Zen is still in there, forces the Uber, just kind of jumps over Hawks' head. Hawks didn't even know he's there. Or rather, Arhunen's head. But that Uber is popped as Itmi goes down to 50 HP. I don't know what the hell just happened there. Zen was kind of right in front of all of them, and nobody even looked at him. It was almost as if he was on Spy. I actually thought he was playing Spy there for a second until he meat shot the medic. But some weird stuff.
Just traded directs there. Exar with the air shot to deny him, but did die posthumously to a rocket there. No Demoman up right now for MIPC. He has just respawned, but there was an opportunity for Lego to push in there, but good work from Himsy to draw their attention back. E2 is still trying to work back into this Uber fight. She's only at 70-80% right now, and F2 has his. He's working his way forward slowly but surely. They're cleaning out the flanks, taking out the trash there. Karhanen going down to the scattergun of Zen. Now the Uber comes in from F2 as they bring in Zen and Natural from Kitchen. Natural gets the frag onto Hawks, pocket on pocket. Natural tries to jump, gets stunned in the air, and even though he has 300 HP, he will soon be just focused down, and that's really heartbreaking as a pocket. Fail jump and then stunned in the air by repeated scatter shots. He's going to go down, and MIPC have an opportunity to push here with a big Uber advantage, Beasly.
Yeah, there was actually a glimmer of hope for him to get out there, as one of those scatter shots shot him into the window, as it looks like the combo from MIPC is going to walk out through that kitchen area, pop their Uber onto absolutely nobody, as Lego is very, very brilliantly backing their way out, just as we saw MIPC do very recently. And F2 is going to take that 50% Uber advantage now, and they're probably going to want to leapfrog this point yet again. And 10 minutes have gone by in this match, as we see MIPC holding that middle point, looking to push into two. Can't really do anything yet, as they don't have Uber. Now would be a good time to get some picks.
Look at the position of Lego, like, just for a few seconds there. No one is like peeking in round corners trying to be heroic or anything. They're all just staying alive because they know they have advantage and they want to push in here. But the scouts are actually sitting back on train here as the combo pokes Solroom, and that initiates them to come back because they get the call from the scouts. Now it's time to come in, and Uber F2 has popped off. He's trying to encourage Natural to come forward, but Natural's just surrounded by a lot of blue people with plenty of health, and he doesn't have much loaded right now. If only there'd been a scout or someone there to help out with that push, they might have been able to clean up, but it was effectively a fail Uber there. Just unfortunate timing. 2 players have gone down though. Zen and Krizzle pick up Tuntu and Himsy on the flank. Tuntu respawns, and that makes it an even game in terms of players on the field right now. Natural currently down for Lego, and doesn't look like they're too confident in their positioning with their pocket down. They're going to stay way back, and there's Karhunen walking in alone on green, scouting things out for his team as MIPC pour through from the saw room with their combo. They're going to be able to shut the Danes into the lobby here. Exar's just going to walk forward. Uber gets popped up, but E2 gets knocked down below. Exar is all alone here, no Uber charge. He's holding on for dear life. Oh, but will go down to Krizzle, who does get cleaned up by Hawks. And now F2 is the one with Uber advantage yet again as we go back and forth here. It swings and roundabouts, Beasly.
It swings in roundabouts indeed as Himsy is picked off by Natural. Nice smooth rocket. Karhunen goes down too. Zar is just spawning, but Natural sees a frag. Can't actually get it. Maybe he will. Hawks down to 100 HP on that second point. 50 HP. He goes down to a nice shot from Zen as the rest of his team comes on to get some cap point time on that second. And really nicely done in that leapfrog by MIPC as their combo just kind of went in there and baited that Uber out from Lego and then walked right back out. And now we're going to see some more leapfrog action on mid as Hawks is still down. The Uber is popped by F2 much earlier by than MIPC, and that means that MIPC is going to be able to flash this Uber around and look for frags, but they're not going to be able to find any as Natural opts to go lower. Karhunen takes out Natural, and then Krizzle again takes out Karhunen, and now we see a 4-3 player advantage in favor of Lego as their spawns are coming up slowly but surely. Zen comes into the big flank, takes out Hawks, takes out Zar, and Krizzle is able to finish off Etwi as she just presses her killbind and kind of steals some thunder from Zen as he takes everybody out and caps the middle point for his team. We're going to see Lego push in through the saw room area and go on to this second point, but nobody actually knows that they're in there as Zen spots a soldier and a scout down there. Karhunen takes out F2 though. Huge bomb out of him as that bomb was definitely called and he's still able to do it. But there is a back cap going on and it looks like it's going to be capped as Zar goes down, and this is absolutely awful for MIPC right now as F2 is spawning.
Yeah, that pick onto F2 was totally against the run and play. Right now, E2 is the only person standing between Elberg and this last point. More Danes are going to come bombing in to back them up there, but really, MIPC, on 2 occasions there, found themselves outpositioned by Lego. It's poor positioning on their part. That first time, Exar and E3 tried to push through Saw Room to flank around behind Lego, but Lego hadn't actually fallen back and they just picked up a couple of frags in their lobby. But onto this middle though, and Exar is super fast here and is again just destroying Zen with those early stickies, taking his buff away, and that's really going to open the game up here for the MIPC Scouts as Himsy just streams forward and picks up Phil. But wow, a lot of aggression coming out there from Lego is going to earn them the pick onto E3. But F2 and the rest of his team minus Zen have already gone down.
These are some good mid-fights we're seeing out of MIPC, but unfortunately their Uber leapfrog is slightly worse than Lego, and that's why I think that they're losing this game. But they're going to actually get 2 off of this, I feel. I don't know. There's some good contestation coming out from Lego as their demo man is down. Dr. Phil to 100 HP. He's able to back out and get his heals. Himsy goes down. Hawks down to 11 HP. Karhunen is down to 12. Both soldiers are very, very lit for MIPC as Karhunen has fallen. And now we're seeing aggression come out of both sides as the combo wants to come in through that saw area. The bomb comes out and knocks Hawks down a little bit into that red HP. But the frags are not all coming out as Hawks. It's a huge air shot onto Natural and then sits back and dies to some shots from Zen as the rest of Lego comes in to just take out everybody else. Etwi went down somewhere, I missed that, but everything seems to be going right for Lego.
He took the rocket that was destined for Hawks. I guess if you're putting that in your frag movie, you just show the air shot you hit and not the fact that your medic died. But you know, you could edit that, you could make it look good. Uber's going to come in here.
Frag while I saw it.
Uber's going to come in here from F2. They're in the lobby, but they haven't managed to make the Uber work, but they are coming in with full health onto last. They're just going to get right in the faces of these remaining Finnish players here. MIPC are struggling to hold on. Everybody's drawn onto the point, and that means Dr. Phil's damage are doing... Dr. Phil's stickies are doing multiple damage, but in comes the spawn. Karhunen with the big 3k. Might be able to hold on here. He's 8 whip out the escape plan. No, he goes for the rocket and lands a magic one onto Phil, who himself was weak. Just about
That's what I
held
like
on
to
there.
call the
Beasly.
double 8. The double 8 Admirable. That's what I like to call that. Both players are on 8 HP. That was absolutely a game of Russian roulette. I was shaking in my boots just watching it. But we're not going to see a cap here, as Dr. Phil just wasn't able to do it. Maybe he should stop, you know, talking to people and start shooting people. But
Yeah,
you're not going to hear that until after this
stroking his
game.
mustache, you know.
Exactly. That mustache is just ridiculously absurd. I don't like it one bit. Both teams have an even Uber here. Slightly. Actually, F2 has that advantage. They might not know if they do. It looks like they don't really care if they have the. Oh, it is crit. Look at this. As that crit is going to be popped from that under area. They cannot find the medic. No stickies connect as Dr. Phil goes down. F2 is down to 8 HP. Will he be able to get out of this? It looks like he is, but it doesn't even matter. His head just walks out of the point and caps. I was watching my screen. I didn't even see that. So I don't know how it must feel to be at MIPC right now, as they were all on last as that happened. But 3-0 in favor, yet again, of LEGO, as we saw the same thing happen on Viaduct. Ads, you want to take this one?
Oh hell yeah, eggs are again a little bit faster than Phil, and his stickies aren't going anywhere near Phil. He doesn't think he's a threat, he's just trying to tag scouts, he's trying to hit the combo, and he does do that. He's putting a lot of damage here onto that soldier he was bombing in. I think it was natural, and F2 is forced to heal him all the way here. And that's making it tough for LEGO scouts to do any work here. They're not getting the heals, and really middles, they're poor from LEGO. They're not dealing with Exar, they're not adapting to it. Like, you don't have to roll out from the saw room, you can take a left, head out onto the little balcony there. It's actually generally much better protected up there, easier to survive. You can still heal everybody, but they're not adapting to these middles. It doesn't seem to matter. Sure, they're winning 3-0, but whenever we see the stats at the end of the match, you're going to see a lot of middle wins there from MIPC, which I guess translates into a lot of missed opportunities for them when they find themselves 3-0 down, man.
Yeah, you never want that. When you're winning every mid-fight and you're 3 down, there's something wrong, as Hellberg takes out Karhunen with a nice shot. But Tuntu wants to walk in there, maybe sack, as Zen goes in. Actually, Hemsey and Tuntu both go in and just take out Zen and Hellberg, as that sentry goes down, F2 goes down, and Natural goes down. And we might be seeing the first round for MIPC, as it is just Crizzle sitting alone on that point. And we do see just that, 3-1 in favor of LEGO.
I like that last push, man.
Weird.
They did the important thing on this map is to play around the point, not on the point, and they just allowed those spawning players to come in and dealt with them pretty effectively. Again, I'm watching the Exar perspective, is stickies that are going long. Zen's not going to run into it this time, he actually waits for it, so there is a little bit of growth we're going to see in this game now. Exar tries to walk forward but finds himself pressured out by Natural's rockets. He's spamming down from the shack there. Hellberg finds Karhunen, but Tuntu has taken out Zen in the meantime. Oh, Himsey and Tuntu have gone down very quickly. Now there's no scouts on the field here for MIPC. They're already walking down into that valley of death. E2's gonna go down, so will Exar, and they needed to get out a little bit quicker there or else commit more in the middle and try and trade, but LEGO have finally figured it out, and they've adapted. It takes Epsilon 2 rounds to figure out middle. I guess it takes LEGO 4. There you go.
This is Prem Admirable.
Yeah, but they're like...
This is not Prem.
They're the Epsilon of Div 1, you know? Just putting it out there.
Okay. Alright, okay. We're going to compare LEGO to Epsilon right now, as Admirable might be a little bit drunk. You heard it here first, folks. But that's not going to stop LEGO from having that full Uber advantage in this lobby. They don't know which way they want to go yet. It looks like they're opting to go that right side as they pop that Uber onto the scout. He is shot into there by some stickies, and now they have to focus their fire onto that heavy and that demo man as Natural takes out him. But that heavy is still not down. F2 is in there shooting some needles, takes out, and we end the heavy. Natural actually took down that heavy, but F2 did a lot of damage with those needles, and really, they stop making fun of me, okay? Alright.
I'm a big
that was
bully.
out of control.
I'm a big bully.
He's a huge bully. That was out of control by F2, and he really just helped his team win that last push there. Heavy was a big problem. As I'm watching Dr. Phil here, as we finally saw LEGO win a mid. Dr. Phil's going to shoot that first sticky at that right side, trying to maybe catch a demo going over that way. And the rest of his stickies are going to be aimed at that soldier and scout on the left side, and now he just wants to opt to take them out. He's getting some good damage onto those soldiers up top, but Crizzle is the first to fall in this mid-fight as the soldier is going to drop down and try to take out his medic F2. this middle is F2 does go down, and this mid is definitely going to go to MIPC, as F2 wasn't able to back out fast enough. There are some players, 4 players actually now for MIPC on the second point, and they're trying to get as many frags as they can to just push right into last with this Uber. Hellberg is down to 16 HP. He's going to go catch that resub. He actually switches it off to heavy. And the spawns have come up, but that Uber advantage is still there. They now have a heavy and sniper hold on last. That sniper's going to probably switch off to scout now. As he does, that Uber comes in on the right side and just, they flood the point and cap it. Very nicely done. Quick round for MIPC, and I don't know who's going to figure out who where now, Admirable.
Yeah, the difference that time was that Exar, he just walked forward and spammed the shit out of Phil. He just like W mouse 1, well I guess mouse 2, mouse 1, mouse 2, mouse 1, but he just walked forward and did constant damage, and his team were right behind him as well, which is the important thing. Everybody just went full retard there from MIPC and tried to do as much damage as possible. This time Exar gets a few onto the combo, then switches his attention onto the scouts. He does get focused down this time, and it looks like the aggressive soldiers from MIPC got denied by the scouts and weren't able to follow up on the damage, and that sort of play, it is a gamble. It worked last time, but if you can't get in there to support your demo man who is like overextending essentially, then chances are he can go down. Very sort of slight time in there. Karanen himself won't manage to make it out alive either, and now it is Hawks and Atwi holding here on the right hand side on last. They're going to have to forfeit CP4 there to the red team. Lego going to take that one and move forward. Now, will they try and suicide somebody in here? No, they're just going to go straight in with the Ubers, Ubering in from underneath. They've already lost Natural, but Phil did take down Exar, so they have a little bit of a demo man advantage here as the Ubers, they've moved on to that left hand side, and F2 is dishing out the heals here, trying to bring his team back into the game. But meanwhile, you're going to see Himsy and Tuntu focusing down Krizzle on the flank there, but it looks like the timer on this push has ticked down, and Lego need to be looking for the exit. They have managed to survive, but Zen goes down there. F2 managed to make it out alive. It's going to be Uber versus Uber, pretty much equal here, and I still feel like the teams in Europe haven't been adapting to the fact that the spawn is so far back now. Like, they could have continued to push there a little bit. They're thinking of old Snake War where you spawn on the attacking side so close to CP4, but they could have moved out there. They could have tried to put some pressure on, but they're going to play it very safe. But they can't afford to play it very safe, man. They're 2-0, or they're losing by 2 rounds. There's only 8 minutes left on the clock, and they're playing against a team like Lego that can very much control the pace. They need to start making plays and thinking a little bit more aggressively. Now they are posturing to move out. It's going to be an Uber battle here, but they picked Krizzle, and that gives them a man advantage. So, oh, E2's going to drop those, so it doesn't matter. Dr. Phil finds E2 with those dirty, dirty stickies. Oh, that was just horrible to watch. Brutal, Beasly.
Oh, yeah. That was brutal. Everything was going so nicely for MIPC there. You're bashing them, talking about how they should have kept pushing, playing safe, blah, blah, blah. You know the stuff you do, Mr. Bully. But they actually got a pick, and they had got their Uber at the same time, so it was a good cue to push. But that drop really messed everything up for them. And, yeah, we're going to see a 5-2 in favor of Lego. This is getting to be a good match. Maybe we can see another one. I'm going to watch the scouts here. Let's see what Hellberg does. We've seen him play sniper, but I haven't seen much scout. Haven't really been watching him in this match, and I'm going to watch and see what he does here. He's going to sit on that top left, wait for the soldiers to come in, drops down onto that scout, sees him. Let's switch up. Karhunen up top is taking a lot of damage. He does not greater. Nice heals coming out from Etwi, but goes down to Zen, who's just jumping all around their head, taking people out. But a pipe connects with him from Zar, and this middle is having a lot of damage come out for MIPC. Himsy's going to need some heals there. He's got none, though. F2 is able to get away with a 70% Uber, so even though they lost that mid-fight, they do have a full Uber advantage as Etwi is just spawning now. Those spawns are going to come, and 2 has not fallen yet to the onslaught of MIPC. So, some crazy stuff is probably going to go down here. Not enough crazy stuff going down here for my liking, and I'm just going to sit back and watch this engineer put up a sentry as Hellberg takes out Zar. So that probably will cue the push here. As we, I don't know if we're going to see that sentry there for much longer. I'm not liking this. See, they just got a demo pick, and they're not pushing, and it's hurting my feelings. There is that scout there. I don't know if Natural sees him in that drop-down area. They're both just crouching around each other. That could have been cool, but nothing happens. We're going to whisper. Maybe they'll go back. That scout is still there.
He's crouching.
Natural's crouching, too. Here he comes. Oh, but he's spotted! And the whisper is all over. Is he going to take out that scout? No, he's not, as that scout gets away with 21 HP. but the sentry goes down to Czar, and that is going to cue the push as Etwi goes down, and that Uber is just ending from Lego. Etwi not able to get out of there in time, really focused down, and the rest of his team, her team, is focused down as well. Carhoon down to 51 HP, and that little, you know, kind of crawl step thing was cool to watch, but didn't do enough as Hellberg takes out Carhoon. Nice pipes, though, coming out of Czar, taking out Natural, trying to defend this second point on his own. Not able to do it against Zen and Hellberg, though, and Lego's going to be able to cap.
Look at E2 though, he switched it up to crits after Hawks got that pick onto F2. Hawks was sort of hiding by the big truck on last, and after their push had failed, he came in and got 2 rockets off to F2. Now E2 sitting with a big crits advantage, but there's only 5 minutes left, Beasly. I don't know, man.
5 minutes left. This is a real clock watcher, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at Crystal. Tightened in the
spot,
in the corner spot. Scout runs in past him, he's gonna wait, he's playing the long con here, man. Turns around, sees the scout sees him. Oh, glances exchanged across the dance floor here. He's gonna bomb in, the
Crystal's still in there, he bombs.
Oh! He could have had a scout pick, but wanted a medic pick, didn't happen, and now we just made him look silly. The Exar's gonna bomb in high, spamming down stickies onto Phil. F3 will go down as well, and the crits is paid off. Baby! We've got a game in our hands.
I feel like Lego just kind of stayed in there for a little bit too long once everybody walked in from MIPC. Crystal didn't really need to go down. 3 or 4 people went down simultaneously. But like you said, there is 4 minutes remaining in this match. Is that enough time for a 3-round comeback? I don't know. We're going to see Czar roll out. He's been faster every mid than Dr. Phil, but it's not really mattering as Dr. Phil, I think, is getting more damage than him. But as I say that, Czar hits every single sticky that he's fired onto every single person of the other team. And a nice pipe connects onto Natural. Air shots abound. But MIPC is just falling back as Lego is going forward. And that's putting the damage in the hand of... Ooh.
Czar with the there.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. That was out of control. And he's going to try. He takes out F2 as well. He's going crazy right now. Can he finish it off with Dr. Phil? And he does. He connects with a nice pipe. Takes himself out too. But it doesn't matter. He just won his team a mid-fight. And he took out the enemy team's medic there. That was absolutely well played by him. Ads, what do you think?
He was going forward to cap there, but then I think her team were like, no, come back. And she has retreated, but picked up a scout here to build charge with. They're going to cap this one. Double time, and it's just gone past 3 minutes here, basically. I want to believe that MIPC can do it. They've got an advantage here, but we've seen that even with advantage, their Uber pushes have been sort of poor. But I believe, buddy. Testify! MIPC can do it.
While my co-casting pal here is going all Baptist church on me, I'm gonna watch Etwi walk in there. She doesn't know that there's a soldier behind her. She finally finds out when she goes down to 36 HP and pops that Uber. That Uber is not going to be enough to walk into last, though, but it looks like they still want to try. This could be very risky. Zen takes out Karahunin, takes out Tuntu. Actually, Hellberg takes him down. Natural goes down as well. And at this point, Etwi needs to really think about running for her life, as everybody for her team has fallen. It's just her and her scout now. And like you said, we should see a push come out of Lego, but they're not really in the mindset of this new Snakewater, because those spawns are nowhere near 2 yet. And they probably could have capped this point in that time. But they're going to opt to just build their Uber instead and have built a mildly formidable advantage. It's about a 15% right now, and Edwi is still not building. So that advantage is only going to grow. It's climbing up to about 30 right now, and they have that sentry.
They're going in dry.
They are just pushing that. They have to. With all this time, there's a minute and 30 left. They really have to go dry. And that sentry's going to screw them over. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if I like it.
Oh, as soon as they lost those two, they might have wanted to get out, but no. They've stayed in. And you know, as casters, we're allowed to totally contradict ourselves by saying they should push and then tell them that they should get out. Because we have that luxury, but they went in. It didn't go well for them at the start of the engagement. They lost 2. They had a tiny few second window to get out there, I think, but they committed to it, and now they've basically thrown it away in here. And this is classic European dead time. 1 minute left and 2 rounds of a difference. I don't see them doing this one, man.
I don't see it either, and I think it's safe to say at this point that we're going to be seeing Lego in the Premiership Division next season. congratulations to them. There's 45 seconds remaining. Absolutely not enough time for MIPC to win 2 rounds or even 3. And we're going to see them try and dry push one more time, as they have absolutely no other choice but to do so. Get some good tap time, but F2 surfs a rocket, keeps healing that heavy. Finally goes down to Karhunen, but Karhunen is no match for a heavy weapons guy. They go down. That round cap is nice. It's nice to see it. It makes the scoreline closer, but like we said, GGs are going to be going out here, and it's going to be 5-4. Lego takes this, and we're going to see them in Prem next season. But like you said before, that there's a playoff team and second place Div 1 team, yeah? It's not all over for MIPC.
Well, it might be right now.
Oh, it might be, because Fenix is in now, right?
Yeah, they've opened the door for Fenix. I must check the table. I didn't see how many points Fenix need, but they have a game coming up on Thursday. I believe it's against 425, and that's going to be cast by Fenix TV, guys. So you can check that out on teamfortress.tv. Check the schedule there. I added that one to the events. Have a look, see what you want to do. But there's another big game coming up on Thursday. I believe it is going to be Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory against TCM, and that one's something similar. You know, it's going to affect whether or not Roberto can actually hold on to their 4th place and make it into playoffs. As it stands, there's 1 point between them and Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Wonkas have 2 games left to play. One against Epsilon, which no one is going to expect them to take any points from, but that one against TCM, they need to get 1 point to make it into playoffs. But anyway, this other game, it was good. Let's look at the logs, buddy.
Yeah, I'm getting them right now. I'm gonna predict that Dr. Phil did most of the damage, because he was just doing a lot of crazy stuff. Though Czar might have actually had him beaten there with his sick bombs and pipes everywhere, but I don't know. Yeah, I might have to bite my tongue here.
I would have felt Exar was just really dominating Phil. Like, Phil looked like a Div 2 demo man, you know. I like to call people out, especially because he's in my Highlander team at the minute. Exar really outclassed him on middles. He seemed to have faster rollouts and more of a plan of what to do. If you actually watched Exar's rollouts, he was hitting 2 surfs, one on the door on the right from 1 to 2, and then another one into the saw room. So I think that's why he was faster.
Yeah, like I said, I might have to bite my tongue, and I definitely do, as Phil did 17 damage. That's 222 per minute, and nowhere near what Czar did, 348 damage per minute at over 10,000. So the damage numbers are actually pretty much across the board higher for MIPC, but that just means that they were out DMing their opponents and not playing smarter. So, I don't know. The deaths for both medics are pretty even, 12 for F2, Etwe at 13. But those heal numbers are huge, as F2, who just created that medic healing stat thing, has shown just why he made that, as he out-healed Etwe about 5,000 more heals, 4,000 roughly, so those heals really played a big part in it, as most of Lego was able to stay up very long in those fights.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive when you look at it that way. Like, 4,000, that's how many extra scouts, how many extra soldiers in the field. Effectively, like, F2 only died 1 time less, but still managed to put out so much more heals. Another stat that is very much worth looking at is Zen's kills and assists. He hit 37 frags there, and even though Exar seemed to be all over him on the middles and he wasn't that successful in all the transition play and like every other point, he just seemed to be on fire on both maps, man. Zen has sort of come from nowhere this season. I was actually doing a pre-season preview and I was like asking F2 who the hell is Zen, and he was like, oh, you'll be impressed by this guy, and this might be the season, you know, where he's risen to notoriety. Expect him to receive perhaps some upcoming Talent of the Season awards. I'll be voting for him anyway.
Yeah, I won't be voting because I don't think I get a say being
you do if you have an
across the
ETF2L
pond
account.
and all that. Oh, do I?
Sign
I don't even
up.
have to be a citizen?
Abuse
Jeez
it.
Louise! I'm gonna have a great time voting for all of you folks over there. But, yeah, you know what? You hit it right on the spot. Zen actually really impressed me. He did a lot of work. Hellberg, too, but being an auto-aim, I expect that of him. Auto-aim's been around forever, and I've never heard of Zen. I have heard of Hellberg, though. Yeah, I have heard of Hellberg, but Zen is a new name to me, and he did go huge. But Dr. Phil, I can't stop looking at that stat log there for him. His damage per minute was painstakingly low, actually being outdamaged by both scouts on his team. And Natural, of course, outdamaged him as well. So
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to play against a scout like Himsey, who you know is going to rush you in a lot of mids. But I think like he didn't think his way out of the fact that Exar was rolling out faster than him, or he didn't communicate that to his team, or they didn't seem to be able to deal with it very well. You just have to look at the little mid stats there, 7-2 in terms of middles, MIPC way out in front, but yet find themselves a round down at the end of the game. It's tough, man. It's tough. Middles, they're just so unforgiving at times. But it seemed that Lego were able to move beyond that. They weren't sort of hamstrung by the fact that their demo man was being outperformed.
But Lego is now in Prem for next season. I don't know.
Oh, well, let's start some drama then. We're going to see Dr. Phil being cut. I know these guys are all Danes, they're all best friends, but hey, big call-outs, you know. He said I'm a bully. Suck it, Phil. Step your game up, bro. Watch these VODs. Get good, son.
You've just been cut from your Highlander team. So, just kidding, of course. Very nice game from Dr. Phil. His team won it, and we'll be seeing them in Prem next season. I can't wait to see some Lego action. I used to love building with that stuff. Do you want to close this out for us, Admirable, or do you have much more to say? Because I don't really have much more to say.
I'll just reiterate, check out the other big cast coming up this week. We got Willy Wonka versus TCM. That's going to be your 5th place team against your 3rd place team. That's going to be one to watch. Will probably affect the playoff rankings. And then on Sunday, it's going to be Epsilon versus Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. That's the game at the start of the season everybody would have thought would have been 1 versus 2, but it hasn't turned out like that in the main season at least. But you know, maybe they're a slow burner, man. They're going to build up and come good in the end. Everybody always wants Epsilon to lose, but again, it looks like another season where they're going to be quite imperious. But they'll be facing off against Lego next season if they don't fold. Oh, there's just so many things up in the air right now, Beasly. I'm all out of words. I'm done. I'm running empty here, man. But I've enjoyed casting with you. I'd like to throw up a big fuck you to Hui for not showing up on time.
I was going to say that too. You keep calling me Beasly. It's not my name.
He did show up, and not only has he been in the Twitch chat this whole time, he's been casting with an American accent. Very impressive. Do you want to take it out, Hui?
Hui, get out of here. Fired forever. Peace.
Oh, congratulations to Hui, actually. He just secured himself a position with ESL, doing something or other. But yeah. John, do you wanna say anything? Wow, John, that's pretty deep. That's quite life changing, actually, John. I've never really heard someone say it that way.
The man is no longer muted.
John,
everybody listen.
John. Unmute yourself, John. Talk to the people. Say something.
Speak.
Hi.
Can they hear you?
Yes.
Drop some pearl of wisdom, you know, out of the mouths of babes.
Spit some bars.
Go smack Huey.
Thanks,
You
John.
heard it here first. John wants us to curb stomp Huey. I can do that if you can.
Yeah, man, you know, I think there's something deeper behind that. You know, it's not just about Huey, it's about all Lithuanians. Basically, John is calling for a little bit of ethnic cleansing in the Eastern Bloc. Am I right, John? Is that what you're saying? You hate all Russians? No.
Just Huey.
I'm gonna keep digging here. No, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks, John, for your input.
God.
I think it's getting a little bit dark here. We need to stop Beasly.
Well, as soon as you said ethnic cleansing, I think that a couple of schoolgirls out there started to cry and run away. But wrapping it up is probably a good idea right now.
Oh, and also Ryu can go be slapped.
Wow, John, you take it out of yourself now, John. Please.
Just hold on, we can't wrap it up. It's John's time to shine, everybody. John has the floor here. Take it away.
John's call-outs. Who else do you hate? John? Oh, okay, we're gonna wrap it up. No more.
He
No
hates
more.
Admirable.
I'm a big bully. Stop this. Stop
He
this, sick
beats
filth.
me. He forces me to do this.
Turn it off. You've said too much.
Well, you just cut it. Cut it already.
Wow, stream chat's
We
getting
can't stop
hateful.
until you do.
Bye.